still with geometric series. We are in exercise 1.5. Question number 2D says, find the sum of the following geometric series. Now number 2D was 1 over 16 plus 1 over 8 plus, what is the minus? Sorry. Negative 1 over 4, and the 16 was also a negative. And it says there, 2, 12 terms, which means I'm going to get the sum of 12 terms. What is my A?
Negative 1.
What is my R?
Negative
1 over 128.
Negative 2. It's a negative 2.
How will you be sure? Take term 2 divided by term 1. Physically. Calculator. Take term 3 divided by term 2 again. And see if it's the same thing. What would happen then if you can go test? 2 times with negative 2 and negative times a negative is going to be a positive. And the 2 is going to cancel out. That's how I get to the 8. And again with negative 2 here. 2 cancels out with the 8, and the plus times the minus is a minus. Double, triple check that you got the right R. Okay, so now that I know what R is, checking it, I can find the sum of, and which one am I actually supposed to be using?
Rn minus 1.
Now we've spoken about this, whether you use this formula or whether you swap inside this bracket this around, and this is also actually a bracket, swap it around, it will work for both of them. There's obviously a reason why we need that specific other formula, which we'll get to. But in this case, you could have even used the other one. So we're getting the sum of 12 terms, so N is 12. A is what? Minus 1 over 16. My R was negative 2 to the power of 12. What am I writing incorrectly?
It's supposed to be in a bracket.
This is supposed to be in a bracket because it's whatever R is to the power of N. The R is negative 2 to the power of 12, which will make this a positive. If you don't have the bracket, it will stay a negative. And then I just need the answer, please, which is
1365 over 16.
Can somebody confirm that that is right? Okay. Is it possible that you can get that answer? Just think about the logic. What's the next term going to be? Plus a half. Then it's going to be negative 1. Then it's going to be plus 2. If my calculations are correct by timing with negative 2 all the time. And then from then on, timing with 2 will make it whole numbers all the time. But these few fractions will stay there. And if I add 1/16 and 1/8 and a plus and a minus, doesn't matter. Will it be a negative? Will it be an answer? Negative? Can we say whether it's negative or positive? Think about it. This is bigger. Bigger positive than negative. You agree? This is a bigger positive than this negative. So if I add 12 of them, I'm thinking positive. You don't go this route while you're busy in an exam. But now we can think about it. How come it can be that possible answer? How many different ways of writing this answer? 3 at least. Write it like this, the improper fraction or the mixed fraction or even the decimal. It doesn't matter. I prefer this one. The calculator will leave it like this, you leave it like that. Good. Then we've got question number 3C that says determine n of the given series. And it says 20 minus 5 plus 1 1/4 minus blah 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 equals 15 and 15 over 16. Find n. What is n? The number of terms. And what am I giving you? The sum of. So in this case, I'm going to have the answer equal to, and there will be an unknown value for n, because the question was, what is n? So we're saying that the sum of is equal to 15 and 15 over 16. You know that I like, and everybody should like, writing it as an improper fraction, but it's fine if you leave it as a mixed number. Then we've got our formula. First again, decide. A is 20 and R is negative a quarter. Double, triple check. How? Negative 5 over 20. Calculator. This mixed number that you can write as 5 over 4 divided by negative 5, make double, triple sure that it is correct. So that when I fill it in, actually, technically, I'm supposed to be working with this formula. Is that why I'm writing that formula? It doesn't matter. Realize what I told you the first time. If I put both of them in a bracket and both of them are timed with a negative, I'm timing with a plus. So it's legal mathematically. So it doesn't matter whether I use this one or the other one, I'll get the same answer. Alright, who used the other one? Okay, and who used this one? Right, let's see if both of them get to the same answer. Because now this answer will be, you put it in your calculator, you'll get a nicer round mixed improper fraction. A's value 20, R's value negative a quarter. Please be careful that you put it in a bracket to the exponent of, I don't know, that's my question. And 1 minus a quarter again. And now the next few steps is up to you, how many things you want to show me. How you show me how you add them. How you show me how, you can't add this. Why not? This is a unit on its own that you can't release from it. You can't say that's a plus and add them together and it's 1 1/4 to the power n, right? So there are a few things that you must go and do, and I just want to know, next step. I'd like to know this answer and you must give it to me. How will I get there? First you've got to go add this and it's 1 plus a quarter, right? Then you take that 1 plus a quarter, what do you do with it?
You times it.
Time it on the other side. I would like to first do this. Am I allowed? Obviously, if I want to do that, it's allowed. So I'm going to say 20 divided by 1 plus a quarter. Get an answer. Then I'm going to say 15 and 15 over 16 using my calculator with the blocky. Fill it in there and say divide by whatever answer I have here. And I'd like to know that answer, please. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken this with my calculator, having the mixed number, put it in. Then I said divide by this as a fraction. That's the way I typed it in. It's up to you what you want to do. Divide by, I typed in a fraction, and I put the 20 at the top, and at the bottom I had 1 plus a quarter just to help myself. 1 plus, and how did I do the quarter? I typed 1 divided by 4. I'm just showing you the options. Just program your calculator correctly. So I said divided by this whole fraction, and I get to this answer. Now, because this is a minus, I have a little bit of a problem with it. So I'd rather want to put this on this side, but unfortunately this minus is going to stay. So sorry for myself. So that minus can become a positive. But then this will go to the other side and become negative 2, 5. Please give an answer. Can't do it out of my head. So this thing will be 255. No, 1 minus 255 over 256, which will be
256.
right. Now the problem. What am I aiming for? Exponential equation. We are guaranteeing ourselves that the basis should be, which is negative a quarter. But there isn't even a negative there. That implies something. If it's a negative and it should be equal to positive, then this should be. If this is a positive and this was a negative, the exponent should have been even to make it a positive. And that's how I get to both of them being negative. Are you with me? Alright? So type in, so basically what I want to know is 4 to the power what is 256? But it's got to then be the negative, and it has to be even. How much is that? 4 to the? Is it 4 to the 8? It's 2 to the 8. Okay, because you can go to prime numbers. You go to prime numbers, this will be 2 to the 8. But then you'll have to take this to 2 as well. I've decided to make them both base 1/4. Are you with me? It doesn't matter if you don't go to prime as long as the bases are the same. I decided I want the minus 1/4, come what may, so this will be minus 1/4. I'm checking out what is 4 to the 4. Is 4 to the 4 2, 5, 6? Okay, then I'm done. I just need one more step that I don't have space for to say that it is 4.
Shame.
Am I right? What was my question? Find the sum of. So this has to be 4 terms. Okay, so guys, it means that just the next term, if I added it together, those 4 of them would have given me this answer. You can quickly check that. If you take this number and times it by -1/4, you'll get the 4th term and physically add them together. It should give you 15 and 15/16. Right.